And welcome in live stream, everybody, of playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. Um, I'm the one that showed up, dealing with all I'm dealing with. I can't help it. Gerald and Joe are the slackers. Is what it is. Just gotta call it the way you see it. Gerald's slacking, so is Joe. I'm carrying the fort for the Lakers Fast Break wagon right now. Yeah, it's amazing. Lil Uzi Vert, perfect, perfect fucking name for what that 30-mile zone is. It's Lucifer's playground. Mid, man. You're mid. Straight up mid as a DJ, bro. All this music is shit. Gunna. Young Thug. That's the rainbow over the shit storm that is rap and hip hop. Although he's likely going to be sharing a cell with Donald Trump in Atlanta. So much for Young Thug making music in the future.
Howdy, boys.
Hey, what's up, Henry?
Search and destroyed. 10 a.m.
You push your body hard in the name of fitness. Sure, it's for a good cause. But a good cause shouldn't mean sacrificing a good time. Stay ahead of your moderate to severe eczema and show off clearer skin and less itch with Dupixent.
Can you hear my TV in the background?
Yes, sir, I can.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll turn it on. Mute it.
Oh, we got Hoodie, Torian Prince now. Yeah, he's not going to turn into Hoodie Mellow. I'm sorry, everyone. Don't expect that. I know that's not Kirk Heinrich as a coach, but that dude looks exactly like Kirk Heinrich. Speaking of which, that guy was very underrated. Very underrated NBA career.
That guy was a baller.
He was, man.
Where'd he go to school?
Kansas.
Oh yeah, he's a certified baller.
Yeah.
They have that kid from Kansas is on Denver now. What was
Yes.
the second year player?
Got the trumpet players here. Sound really good. That movie Christmas Vacation, I think the funniest scene for me is when the lady with dementia breaks out in the Star Spangled Banner
That's fun.
just randomly.
What's up, Doobie? How is AD not an all-star starter?
Yeah,
Pop culture
I'll
cause.
double check, Gerald. I don't think PCC is, but I'll check right now.
What do you guys discuss on the PCC, Gerald? Do you guys discuss in 2018 that Red Dead Redemption 2 is the greatest game of all time?
Oh, I have to agree with my cohort and friend Henry. Yes.
Pop culture news.
I gotta think that
That's
that video game alone led to the proliferation of tuberculosis Google searches.
oh yeah. I wish I could erase my memory and play it again. I've played through it already 3 times.
Did you get all the have you gotten all the legendary animals?
Yeah, I've done that. I'm a huge nerd when it comes to stuff like that.
Okay.
So I played the first time around. I did not, but the second time around, I went. I said I'm gonna do it all. Try to get as much done as I possibly can. And I did all the legendary animals. I did a lot of stuff to get to close to 100%, but there's some like very tedious things that you have to do. So I just let it be. But I was going to ask you, did you get the good ending? Like, was your honor to the highest? Do you remember, or was it like in the middle, or were you completely rogue the whole game?
Yeah, I was roped. I was roped.
Oh, you got the bad ending. You got
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to ruin it for these people to think,
Yeah,
but
no, no, no. Well, I mean, you know, if you haven't played RD2 yet, I mean, shame
yeah.
on you. Shame
Yeah,
on you.
dude, but you could play it, bro. I mean, I have a PS5. You could play it on that. It came out during PS4.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, and PC, Xbox. Yep, yep.
Same thing
I,
with BioShock, man. Like when BioShock came out,
I haven't played that one actually.
you haven't. Okay.
No. You know what game I want to pick up? I've never played. What's BioShock about? Hold on, I'm looking it up.
It's
First
a
person shooter. Wow.
yes. It's
Oh,
considered one of the greatest video games ever made, Henry. Like
really?
the original BioShock is badass.
I haven't played this one. Oh, Gerald got the Christmas discount. I see it's $20 here. What game was I gonna say? Oh, I haven't played ever Resident Evil. Have you?
Yes, not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. So gameplay is very good, but I'm not a huge fan of the plot.
They said I haven't played any of them. I know
Okay.
there's so many. They
Yes.
said if you play the fourth one, that is like the best plot. So I
Yes.
wanted to buy it and
100%.
play it.
100%. Fourth one does have the best plot.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. Have you ever played I like open world a lot. So have you ever played Ghost of Tsushima?
I have not. No.
Okay, I'll play Bio if you play that.
Okay. All right. You got a deal.
You have PlayStation?
My brother does. He left it at my house so I can
You could it's an old game. You could play it on anything, but the best one would be to get the remastered version for
okay.
PS5. I think you play for PS4.
All right.
But PS5, I got it on my PS5. Okay, I'm down. That would be interesting. We could talk about it.
Sweet, man. Sounds good.
Oh, you're gonna fall in love. The story of that game is insane. So you could play like black and because it's an old school game, right? The story, the plot of it is very old school. So you could play black and white in Japanese with like English subtitles, or you can just I play just regularly on English.
Okay.
It's a beautiful game. Oh man, I wish I could erase my memory.
Just for the record, BioShock has an average score of 96 out of 100.
I'm looking, I have it on Google. It's crazy. Yeah, everyone is saying one of my all-time favorite games.
Hmm.
Easily has some of the best storytelling in a video game ever.
Yes, without a doubt.
What?
And the twist, Henry, amazing.
Okay, interesting. I'm getting excited.
Yeah, man.
Honestly,
The twist, best twist in a video game or a movie in the past 20 years.
okay, okay. More of a, oh man. Oh man. Well, I'm trying to think, what are some good twists in video games?
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's a great question. So I'd have to come up with a list.
What's one that comes top of your mind?
So when when you get coughed on in Red Dead Redemption 2 and
Yeah, I was thinking that, but you don't know at that moment, right?
but then you get sicker and sicker. It's like, shit. Is there any way to avoid this? And there's like no
Yeah,
way to avoid it.
no. And that's why I missed my first playthrough because you're so innocent and you know your character's sick, but like you know how you have to eat food because his bar drops. And
Yes.
you eat, he starts coughing, and I'm like, what the hell, man? Am I buying the wrong food? I went and bought like canned beans. I was like, okay, so maybe it was like salmon, like different food, right? And I couldn't figure it out. And then the part where he's like riding the horse and he just falls off literally like broke my heart. I'm trying to think what other
So I would say Silent Hill 2. That's probably another like wild
silent.
twist. Alex Caruso with the 3. Damn. Damn.
He's shooting better, man.
Yeah, he is.
Hi, my love. Just you trying to eat?
Yes. Sorry, I was on my client.
What happened?
Henry, have you played God of War?
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite games of all time.
Okay. Yeah, that twist with the Norse god being there all along.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry everybody who hasn't played it.
Well, I mean, it's already old. I mean, Ragnarok came out like a year ago.
Yeah, it is.
I love God of War.
So God of War was great. You know what? I'd have to say like it's another oldie but a goodie, but Final Fantasy VII has an amazing plot twist.
Does it?
Another 3 by Alex Caruso.
Yeah. Oh no, it's AD. What? I might be a little bit early than you guys. Oh no, bro. What happened?
Come on, Nate D, you gotta attack Vooch better than that. You can take him down on the block.
Wait, watch closely here. Watch closely here. I'm gonna turn off my TV screen. He hurt his wrist on that.
Oh, that's not good.
Fuck, man.
That was just poor def. Oh, dang.
They called the timeout too.
I was trying to put the clip-on thing on it.
Hi,
Hello, Joe.
how are you?
So this wrist injury is like a 45 to the skull.
I finally have been off the phone and out of the off road. Finally,
Yeah,
literally.
and what's worse is he fell on it with his arm straight, not
Fuck,
even bent.
man.
Not even bent. It was completely straight. Fuck. Long day for you then, eh, Joe?
Well, a long day just means more activity. Phone and in a vehicle. That's pretty much all I've done.
So you're in your office all day.
No, my office is actually I was in my literal office for a minute. Yeah, I'd say
When
my
I
truck
say
is
your
my
office, you know I mean your truck.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And telling nice people that they can't afford what I do.
Well, you know what? If you're polite about it, they take it the right way.
Well, this one was pretty aggressive in that she's like, "Is there any way you can do it for this price?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah. You need to get me 2 projects. You need to refer me 2 projects, and I'll take care of you." She's like, "How the hell am I going to do that?" I'm like, "You got to figure that
Figure it
one out."
out. Yeah.
I go, you're a marketing manager. I have confidence in you. I think you can do it. He goes, well, what if I can't get you anything? I'm like, well, okay, I gotta do a job.
Well, you know what, Joe? That's actually a fair bargain.
So I'm taking 25 business cards to her tomorrow. Pass them out to your friends. Tell them I'm cool.
So it's insane. Going back to American Psycho, Joe, what color do you use for your cards?
What color do I
Eggshell?
use for what?
Is it eggshell white?
What is it for?
Your business cards.
Black.
Black. Very nice.
My God, that's one of the greatest scenes in movie history.
Which
I
one?
can't believe Bryce prefers Van Patten's card to mine.
For mine. Oh
And
man.
his little gargle in his throat when he goes, let's
Oh,
see. Oh, that was fun.
he nailed Patrick Bateman. He nailed him.
So the director of American Psycho, she obviously was very fond of Christian Bale, and
Yeah.
there was some talk that they wanted to
Look at
offer.
Austin Reeves. He can't even
Oh,
fucking
nice.
take Colby White off the dribble. What the
Good
fuck?
shot.
They wanted to offer.
Oh, come on, bro. My bad.
Anyway, go ahead, Joe.
They wanted to offer the role to DiCaprio,
Oh, yes.
and she said, "Yeah, I'm out. I'm not. She's all. I'm not gonna have 13-year-old girls watching this." And then
No, you couldn't.
DiCaprio bowed out, and then they went back to the Bale.
Yeah, no,
All
that
right,
would have
boys. I'm
been a
gonna head out to eat. I'll be back.
All right, brother. That would have
Later,
been a
dude.
miscast. Completely. Yeah. That would have no 13-year-old girls should see American Psycho. They should switch that. Need to get D'Lo the ball. He's on Colby White. He'll actually take advantage of it. There you go. Colby White is a dog's breakfast for defense. That's why he's never going to be able to be a consistent starter in the NBA. Yep. Savvy vet on the floor. Let's put Torian Prince on him. What could go wrong?
Go ahead.
Well, you know what, Doobie? I'm with you there, except for the fact that when he gets the ball at the top of the circle, he can actually take advantage of teams when he's facing up. But I don't know why either he nor Ham just consistently do that. They're both.
Maybe if Ham coached him into doing that, maybe he'd pay attention.
His dribble is so awkward. Like shit. Tar Heel Buckwheat with the miss. Fooch with the putback. Oh my god. Wow, that was bad. Surprised he wasn't wearing a Laker uniform. LeBron's one of the greatest players. He's got a shit mid-range game. Oh, nice. Good look. We can't create looks like that. We're capable of it. We just don't do it. And by the way, ooh, that was nice. By the way, since the Wizards fired Wes Unseld Jr., we now have the worst coach in the NBA. And you gotta love Darvin Ham. We're gonna put Max Christie on Javon Carter.
Can you really say that Wes Unseld was a bad coach considering he had shit to work with?
Yes. He was fired for a reason. Just a terrible offensive coach. He literally put the ball in Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma's hands and told them to be their primary and secondary facilitators and scorers.
How the hell did these guys get these jobs? He couldn't have gotten that just because his pops played there.
Yes.
That is terrible.
It's a legacy hire, my friend. It's a legacy hire. It is. It is pathetic. But that's... You've said it before, Joe. There's really bad... Oh, by the way, nice Rolling Stones t-shirt, Dylan Windler. It's like you said, Joe, there's worse owners than there are great ones in like all four major sports.
Wow.
Vooch with the spin moves.
I feel like the Lakers are spending so much energy to get their points, and the Bulls are just easily getting theirs.
That's a nice look, Rui Hashimura. Yeah, I agree, Joe. It looks twice as hard for the Lakers to get theirs. You can't box out Colby White, dude.
God. Can't believe somebody actually got out of the house looking like that.
Oh my God. What about the people who go to like Costco in their like sweatpants? I feel like walking by them and saying, do you have any respect for yourself?
Slobs, man. Just slobs.
Instead, I just say, move out of the way, please. Oh, it is. It's slob rule. Or the fat girls who now wear like the short crop tops and they look like A muffin top in the rain.
Celebrating obesity.
Should be nothing celebrated about obesity. It's a bane in our existence. Just contributes to further problems down the road. A fat girl wearing a crop top is not scrumptious, Alan.
Scrumptious.
If he just fucking made that up out of the blue, I mean, God bless Will Ferrell. Because I think he did.
We're streaking. We're going to the gymnasium.
Yeah, I think he did too. Hello, scrumptious.
Who's drinking? Laker girl.
Absolutely, Alan. Yeah, absolutely. Like the Murphy brothers, naturally funny. I don't think I could go through if I ever did have a conversation with God bless him, rest in peace, Charlie Murphy. I don't think I could stop laughing. Especially his Rick James stories. Oh my god. He punched me with a ring that said Unity. And so I was walking around. I was walking around with the rig imprint on my forehead that said Unity backwards.
I can't do imitations of that skit or any skit Charlie Murphy does because he, at least not in public, because it's too many N bombs. And you can't imitate Charlie Murphy without it, otherwise the whole thing goes to crap.
Right, of course.
But that scene when he goes in and kicks him into the dresser, like I almost died from choking. I laughed so hard. And then when the guy comes in with the crooked eye and he's like, one more step and I'm kicking this.
Yeah, that's funny, Joe. I think I was eating like cucumbers and vinegar at the time. I might have been choking on that. Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry, Charlie Murphy. I was having too much fun.
That guy was so naturally funny. Like even in the Navy, I'm sure like other dudes just couldn't get shit done because Charlie was so funny. But that
I think I'm bleeding in.
but that story he tells about him and Eddie going to the I think it was a sketch show at a club, and I think the winner got like $50. And if I'm not mistaken, they were like I'm not sure how older Charlie is than Eddie. I think it's a good 4 or 5 years, maybe more. But yeah, Charlie was like, "Yo, you go down to the club, man. You do your
You win
Muhammad
that
Ali
shit, man. You do that
impression.
impression of
We're
good.
gonna win that $50.
Win that shit.
We're gonna win that shit." Sure enough.
It was Eddie Murphy doing an impression of his brother.
Yeah, it was. Nice, Rui. Yeah, you can take Caruso.
Why can't this team play just a semblance of defense, man?
I don't know, man. Another open lane. Fuck. But that whole like, oh, Caruso in and out. Ah. At least Andre Drummond's like Hassan Whiteside with a work ethic.
Hassan Whiteside with intelligence.
Speaking of 5-cent brains drilled, yeah, that's Hassan Whiteside.
Hassan Whiteside was a dumb as a doornail.
Yeah. DeMar DeRozan looks like he's lost a lot of weight. Christian Wood, you're one of the worst fucking mid-range shooters in the NBA. Don't take mid-range shots. Yeah, so we got DeMar DeRozan and Javon Carter out there, and Ham decides to put Jared Vanderbilt on Alex Caruso. Bad move. I'd switch Rui and Vando. Well, this is Darvin Ham. Christie. Ooh. Christie is not a point of attack defender. I don't know who's teaching him to do that, but not giving the kid any.
Jesus, could Christian Wood have taken any longer? He's moving like a old people fuck.
Didn't we see this display earlier? Is this the same display? It's just nobody's buying it?
That display looks like shit.
It does. I agree, Joe.
At least put the skirt up so it's set up right.
It doesn't look aesthetically like eye-catching, which is what a display should be.
Does anybody do shit right anymore?
Dana White. And shout out to Sean Strickland, man. That was great. That was beautiful what you told that reporter. Shout out to Sean Strickland. California's own.
Yeah, I'm a big supporter of Dana White's enthusiasm.
From Anaheim.
You got to shut down the.
He just doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck. Except Dante.
It's not even that. We're tired of hearing it. Just fuck off. Seriously, enough already with your bullshit. If you don't like what you're seeing, leave.
Oh man, that Laker girl with the short hair and the nice titty meat. I mean, you got to get longer hair, girl. You could go from a 7 to a 9 like that. Longer hair. I got you, Dante. I got you, man. Me and Joe are going to school the community. I got your 6, brother.
Keep it simple. Monte Cristo, Romeo and Juliet. Your nice, safe cigars, not too expensive.
Oh, We can go with the. I would start with the Dominican personally.
The Count of Monte Cristo.
Gonna go to 21st Street. Gonna walk into a cigar shop. Gonna ask for 2 Monte Cristos number 2. Tar Heel buckwheat with the 3.
Oh my God. I hate this team so much. It's exhausting watching them play.
Actually, you know what, Doobie? Vando's been hitting that corner 3 at a decent clip the past
His offensive
couple
prowess
weeks.
has increased the last few weeks.
It has.
And this is the tragedy of this. Certain players are playing well and they still suck.
Yeah.
How is this possible?
Doobie, I think he's healthy. I think that's the big difference. He's not questioning himself mentally. That's it. Yeah. Oh fuck, man! He just they're he got so just to clue in on everybody, right, Joe? Do you know why they eventually fired Bud?
Because he's a stubborn ass.
Well, because the drop coverage was an outdated, obsolete defense, and they gave up way too many open threes, and Giannis and Brook Lopez fucking had enough. That's why Bud was fired, not because
I
of
hate this. I really, the word hate is really,
it's a
really
strong word,
embedded.
man. Oh, that was a nice find by
I can't
LeBron.
stand this team. I can't stand this operation.
It's more about the coach. Oh, come on!
Why do they keep calling a late foul?
What the fuck? That was clean. I'm sorry, that was clean. And you don't call a foul on Drummond on Vando, but you call a foul on the other end. The fuck? Damn, man, there's a tragedy. Damn shame. Damn shame. Take him down, Rui. There you go. Rui's instincts are everything that's opposite of Darvin Ham. If he doesn't have a good look from 3, he'll put the ball on the floor and try and go to the hole. If a pick and roll isn't there, he'll just try and come off a curl and get a mid-range shot. At least he's willing to do what it takes. And Darvin Ham still has him in a doghouse. We dislike you, Darvin Ham. We dislike you as a moron on the court. You're a fucking idiot on the court. Nice, Vando. And looks like we're stuck with Gabe Vincent for at least another year.
What do you mean?
Oh, didn't you read what I sent you?
No.
There's the so when Palinka makes calls about Vincent, it's a no. And then when he tries to explain what he's good at, nope. It's his age, it's his knees, it's his game, it's his defense. It's a lot of problems with trading him, Joe.
You think?
High arcing mid range shot.
He was making that for a couple of years consistently.
Yeah, he was. Not to the level of Kobe and Jordan, but it was decent clip.
Dude, that was around the rim. How was that not offensive interference?
Because we got shit refs. This is a cycle of bad refereeing too, along with bad play.
D'Lo just got fouled too.
Yep, we did. Just slam it, Vando. That's it. Just slam that fucker. Best player on the floor tonight for either team so far.
Oh, damn. You got a lot of messages over here.
Hell yeah.
So what is this? This is absolutely despicable and horrendous behavior. Fuck Vince, Laurinaitis, Lesnar, and anyone.
Oh yeah,
who
in a threesome, you shit on a woman's
complicit in their
face.
behavior. Vince defecated on her head.
Yeah,
during
you
a
shit on
threesome.
someone's
It's
head
absolutely
while you're having a
disgusting.
threesome.
Remember when Brock walked out when Vince stepped down in mid-2022? It all makes sense now. Huh.
And all because Vince didn't finish paying off the $3 million they settled for. He only paid her $1 million. That's why she had made it public.
Where's her father, brother?
As Joe has said before, Vince likes having fingers put up his ass.
Vince likes a lot more than fingers up his rear end, by the way. He's a disgusting person.
So it's been revealed.
And he looks like a coked up Robert Goulet with whatever the hell that.
So do you think Linda McMahon ever fucked him with a dildo like Janice did with Ralph?
Oh jeez.
We're
getting banned by YouTube.
It's a legitimate question.
You're so getting banned by YouTube.
Bring it on.
By the way, Magic Man, how long we've been friends now for years, right? We've been friends for years. Yes. I gotta come clean. I checked back the tape on the Nets game. It was me.
What the hell are you talking about?
I wanted to make him laugh.
Yeah, I'm lost too.
Oh my god.
The neighbors just knocked on my door. They were wondering what woman was screaming just now.
Yeah, because remember, I'm still getting over that cold, or I had the cold pretty bad at that time.
Laugh, Joe.
So I came back after saying happy birthday on a Zoom call. I came back into my office here, and my headphones were sitting on the headphone rack, and it was still a live mic on it. So what you heard was me sitting down, getting the headphones on. But of course, since I'm congested, and I was sick at that time. So yeah, Yeah, that's what you heard. You
Because
because I couldn't breathe through my nose, man. Dante remembers now. Yes, so that was me. I'm man enough to tell you that that was me. So yes, I'll fess up. Because I
I
listen
still don't know what the hell you people are talking about.
That's okay.
the Nets game.
You don't
Check it
need
out
to
on our
know.
YouTube channel
You don't
at the
need to know.
Bigot.
You had to be there, Soro.
But I watched it back and I was that last 5 minutes is just you rolling over dying. It was
Yeah,
classic.
man. I've never laughed that hard in about 15 years, so that was awesome.
That was great to see. That was just great to see. I brought tears to my eyes watching that this afternoon.
And again, the referees aren't letting them play.
Seriously, man, is that really?
Vando's a physical player, so is Caruso, and you just ruin the momentum of a good game. Well, Gerald, you do know that when did you ever have a vehicle with um what's that company, CarStar or OnStar?
Yeah, OnStar. I remember that.
Yeah.
Remember when remember when that was a thing?
Yes. Yeah, because people would be listening in.
Oh, he just
People
dusted
like having
LeBron.
sex in the car.
Yes. I've heard that. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Hi, this is OnStar. How can I
How may I
help you?
help you?
Are you in a safe location?
Oh.
We are so getting banned by YouTube.
Zonster, how
Dude,
may
are
I
you
help
serious? Gerald, you know how much trash is on YouTube right now?
I'm just kidding, but man, I'm glad we're under the radar for YouTube. I'll just say that.
I said dildo. What's wrong with that?
Nothing, man. Don't even worry about it. It's all good. Good shot by LeBron.
Maybe it was the description of what someone doing with it. That's the problem.
That may be the problem.
Okay. We can work around that, Gerald.
I don't think Vince did.
Oh!
Oh,
There's a shot. Rim shot. As Tony would say. Rim shot.
Gotta pay. Get that. That'll teach you guys. You gotta finish off your settlements. If you agree on something, you gotta keep agreeing to it. You gotta stick to it. That's a foul.
Yep.
All I'm saying is I want to see receipts. He's not set up for that. What do you think he's gonna do? Soak you up for a pencil? Oh, rim shot. Receipts. What a fucking asshole.
It's James Gandolfini,
Tony
man. That's
receipts.
why he's brilliant. Oh, rim shot. That's a great pass. Oh, that was beautiful.
That was
basketball.
smooth.
That was beautiful basketball. Okay. Another cheap foul on Torian Prince. Like, it's really weird. The Bulls have a lot of good, like, smart basketball players. Caruso, DeRozan, Io. It's just they can't get past the dumb. Save their life. So what happens when you bring in dumb players and have high IQ players? It does not work. Torian Prince can't take anyone off the dribble. It's amazing. Yet he's still starting. Oh, Westbrook. Yep, you called it, Doobie. He's got the Westbrook yips again. Brown's got that Westbrook syndrome more and more this year. Refs need to do a better job of understanding that play. If you're giving me a shoulder shimmy, Gerald, and I'm hustling back, if you're initiating that contact, that should not be a foul.
Exactly. I'm just replying to Rodell's latest.
Oh, I didn't get it.
It was this morning. I don't know. You might have missed it. I think Joe made a comment, but he said, "You guys," and I'm just asking him to please don't put a blanket on us, on all of the panelists.
Yeah, no.
Because if Joe says something, I may not believe it, or you may not believe it, or John Costa or Henry Hill or whoever appears on the show may believe the same exact thing. So that's, I'm just asking him to please don't put a blanket over us when you just say, "You guys said this."
So, Gerald, me and Henry were talking about some of the greatest twists in video game history. What would be your top 3?
That's a good question.
Best what?
Twists.
Twist in a game?
Yes.
So BioShock is one for me.
Yes, the Andrew Ryan deal.
Yes. With Jack.
I told you, because I told you I got the trilogy again. I got the trilogy for all 3.
That's so cool. For how much?
$8 total.
Wow. Yeah. I just
3.
wanted that confirmed. Wow. That's a tremendous deal.
Yes.
So Dead Space would be number 2 for me. I think that's the greatest.
That's a nice
horror game with a twist.
Did you look at the remake? The remake is done so well. It looks so much better now. Yes. It came out last year. Yes.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. That's a nice 3 by Reeves. I'll have to check it out, Gerald. I haven't played it yet. And then, oh man, if top 3, it's like you could go like 3 or 4 different directions. Red Dead Redemption, Silent Hill 2. I'd have to go with the classic, Gerald, Final Fantasy 7.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you FF man. There you go. I personally have tried to steer myself away from FF. But I may have to get into it with FF 16.
Okay.
Because I heard the reviews on it are so good, and it's not turn-based. So, because my doctor told me I'm allergic to turn-based games.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just kidding. Because I don't like turn-based games.
Is there a philosophical reason why you're
it's too slow, and I just don't have the patience for it. If I am going to get into one, I'm going to play Baldur's Gate 3 like Jamie Sweet has, because Jamie Sweet had been playing that for years before it came out of Access,
right?
And became so he was on it before anyone. So that's I probably will play that, but I'm not huge into. I've never been huge into turn-based. I just don't have the patience for it. I don't know why. I was brought up and weaned on arcade games, and then I got into first-person shooters, and then that's all.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking to one of the originals for the original Nintendo, Gerald. So, Super Mario Brothers, the duck shooter, that's probably where my love of first shooter games started. With this was the ducks, and then 3 would probably be it's tough.
Oh, I know why he sent it to your old one. Let me send you to the new email.
Joe, what was your favorite 3 games on Sega Genesis? Did you play Genesis?
A little bit.
Were you more Atari?
Games, I was much more Atari.
Okay.
which is not very valuable these days. What's up, Nick? Great to have you here as always. I'd probably say Madden.
Okay.
I'm not a big Sonic guy. Mortal Kombat and Echo the Dolphin, which is really hard.
Yeah, that Echo the Dolphin is really hard.
Yes. Hey, Nick, what's going on, my friend?
Hey Gerald, what's up, Sean and Joe?
What's up, Nick?
How's the
Search,
game look?
Search and Destroy.
Hey,
That was
Nick, how you doing, bro?
That was my first game. Was a Pong. My first game unit before the Atari 2600 I got was a Pong. My sister and I got a Pong, and we had a blast back in the late 70s.
So, Gerald, I'd have to go with Punch Out, number one. Tecmo Bowl, number 2. And then number 3, I'd have to go with NFL Blitz, the original.
It's the 2600.
Yeah, I should have played Atari.
I loved Atari. I absolutely loved Atari back in the day. When my dad got it for me, I was when we went to the store to get it. That was one of the best days of my childhood, right there.
That's awesome, man. Do you remember how much it was, Gerald?
200? No, not
Okay.
100 and something. 100 something.
Okay.
I think. At
Yeah,
that time.
it was expensive.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was expensive.
It was
man.
expensive, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got the whole big box. The visual, like it's had. It was just awesome. Yeah, it was so cool. Unfortunately, they have not kept their value at all. Atari is like in collectors. It's the worst of all the well-known systems right now as far as collectors are concerned. So what's going on, Nick? How you been, my friend?
Doing well, Gerald. I see that the Lakers are up only by a few, too close for comfort.
As always, my friend. Your thoughts on Darvin Ham's comments earlier today about the reasoning why he has not brought back that lineup from that made the playoff run.
And Gerald, fill me in. What was his reasoning? I missed
I'm looking for it now. He said it earlier. Where is it? Oh yeah, Darvin Ham explains why. He said Prince's durability and three-point shooting, as well as Jared Vanderbilt's health, are the primary reason he hasn't used the team's starting lineup from last season.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a manufactured response by a PR official there in the Lakers organization, Gerald. Yeah, I mean, we know that Darvin Ham, he's a great talking head for the organization, and that's probably a large reason why he's still the Lakers head coach. I saw today that, and I know you mentioned it on the show, Gerald, that Doc Rivers was made the official Bucks coach, and I'm sure you saw this as well, where they have now 3 coaches on their payroll.
Yes, I believe that is. Yes, that is correct. For 3.5 years, if I'm not mistaken, 3.5 seasons. Which, again, that's a team that wants to win.
Yep. That was a nice block by Jared Vanderbilt.
I'm sending you Rodell's message now, Sean, to your new email.
And I just saw your response to Rodell, Gerald. That was very very professional.
I try. I mean, it's just you cannot. They do. Rodell does that a lot. He said, "You guys, you guys."
He tries to put all of us under the umbrella.
And I just don't think that's fair. I just don't.
Not. It's not. Everybody's different. You can't put all of us under the same monolith, Gerald.
That's correct.
Vooch gets positioned down low. Oh, great help defense there, D'Angelo. What? Are you kidding me?
Or did call the timeout? What they do?
Jump ball? So that's a good swipe at the ball by D'Lo. Yeah, I think they're gonna call a jump ball for Vando and Colby White. Nope. Did you guys see that? As soon as Caruso started his point attack defense, Reeves just gave up the ghost. Here, you take the ball.
Is that Joe that just left, or
Yeah. Hey, you called me a woman screaming, Joe. You could go fuck yourself. That's a deep three. Oh, swish.
that's where we wanted to be? He's feeling it, Magic.
He is, Joe. Even with the high fade bunt cake.
Joe, Joe, I'm still trying to figure out how you're able to be invisible.
Exactly. Same here, Nick. I can't see him. Nice shot. We could hear you, but we can't see you. You got that stealth ninja thing going on.
Like Ghost Joe. Instead of
It's
Ghost Dad, it's Ghost Joe.
keeping us on our toes.
We do not see your logo or your icon.
Maybe you ought to shut your pie hole.
Wow. They actually showed hustle and energy.
It isn't 73 tied for a season high. I think we got 73 against Memphis and a half.
Vando MVP. They've already said it. Dante's got it already. First half MVP right there. He's been playing well. Got to give him credit.
Nick, can I ask you a question?
I think he heard you. I think he said, yeah.
Yeah, Sean, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Yeah.
Who do you think goes to prison first, Young Thug or Donald Trump?
Oh, definitely Young Thug, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, actually, on the Young Thug case, Sean, I don't know how.
Oh, Nick, you said something really, really intelligent there. I just couldn't make it out.
No, I was just saying that with the Young Thug prosecution, I'm not sure how they were able to get uh, the music in as evidence. That's actually pretty unprecedented.
Yeah,
It's almost like like where do we draw the line? It's almost like I don't know. Do we admit as evidence like Brad Pitt's performance in Fight Club as evidence that he's violent?
Yeah. And
It's problematic, actually.
It is, man. Why do you think that wrinkles exist in the justice system where it's that fucked up?
Yeah, I saw part of like the evidentiary hearing, and then the judge like decided to let the music come in and as evidence, and the judge's reasoning was just like, hey, it's up to the jury to weigh like the significance of the music. So yeah, man, it's just like it's a weird situation, but I think that case is going to be on trial for months and months. It's
Yeah, it took months and months for them to select a jury. Like, damn.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. There's like a lot of related cases, but yeah, with Donald Trump, he obviously has so many cases going on, but a lot of it is tied to his conduct while he was like president.
Right.
And there's like a lot of like a basically a president can't be prosecuted for actions that he took during the presidency if he's still a president. So if this guy gets elected again, he might not get like sentenced or convicted until after he leaves office. So it's all like a very strange situation.
That is strange, man. That is so strange.
So you think, how should I say this? Because there are certain beliefs by individuals out there that no one should be above the law. No one, including whoever is sitting as president. Because at president, you shouldn't get carte blanche to do anything and everyone. Like, for instance, if you know, president commits murder, goes out in the street and just kills someone, do you just let that go by because they're president?
So Gerald, apparently, like they
Like
would,
Andrew Bird, Gerald?
but
There
they
you go.
would let it go by until after like the person is done serving as president. So like there's
Okay.
been a Supreme Court case. Richard Nixon was subject to this, but basically the entire reasoning is that like let's say there's President Glassford, you Gerald are president, you commit a crime. Uh, it's not that you can't be prosecuted for that crime, but you can't be prosecuted for it while you're president. And the reason for that is that it would be too much of a distraction for you to be litigating a case while you're having the responsibility to leave the country.
Okay. All right. Something to think about, I guess.
That was a crazy duel, by the way.
But it has
Aaron
made
Burr,
for an outstanding musical.
Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton. Well, Alexander Hamilton would have been a president had Aaron Burr not killed him. Oh, really? The vice president of the United States challenged the secretary to a duel and killed him. Yeah.
That's like a great point.
William McKinley just gets shot in the head worse than Kennedy did.
Yeah, it's like I mentioned Supreme Court a little earlier, but like, and people say, hey, like the Supreme Court is very divided, like people hate each other, and that's definitely true. But like even before like 50, 60 years ago, once like people's like papers and notes start being made public, like there's literally evidence of Supreme Court justices like legit like cussing each other out, you know?
Yeah,
And
I almost think Reagan just survived that just so he would never have to have the legacy of being killed by somebody named Squeaky. Helen. Well, we're not that far removed from it either. I think like the if I'm not mistaken, I think the very last duel was like around the turn of the 20th century. Like, I'm gonna look that up. Something called the Broderick Terry duel.
And Joe, you're right.
1859, Joe.
The only difference is technology, because the Greeks and Romans would have had, like, I don't know, IG and OnlyFans models as well.
Yeah, Aaron, Alan, I like when I read Howard Zinn's History of America. I couldn't put that book down. It's so amazing. People's History of the United States. That's one of the most amazing reads. American history is just so rich.
So, Joe, do you think anybody's going to hire Belichick?
Seattle or Washington, they're the only two that have vacancies.
Good question, Alan.
Well, who knows if it's true or not? But apparently, there was a lot of conditions on him being the Falcons head coach, because very conditional. And now we know Jim. It's not as if a lot of people didn't know it before, but it just reconfirms it. Gerald, Jim Harbaugh's a fraud. Jim Harbaugh. Oh, I'm a Michigan man, and telling all those kids, be a Michigan man, stand up for something. You'd think if you won a national title at a program that hadn't won one in 70 years, you'd come back and at least try and defend it. But you know what, dude? You can't really trust Ryan Day. He hasn't won dick.
Sean and Joe, what do you think of the Falcons passing on Belichick? I just saw that.
I mean, Nick, what do you like? How would you evaluate the Atlanta? Like, if you were, there are only 32 jobs, so it stands to reason if they offer you the job, you take it. But comparatively speaking, like, would you take the Falcons job over the field, or wait it out?
I'd wait it out.
Yeah,
I mean, depending obviously on my resume, right?
depending on your resume. Like, if you're like Raheem Morris and you want the job, you need the experience, 100%. But if you're bona fide, or if you've got experience, you wait it out. Like, because that franchise, oh my God, that Super Bowl, Nick.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can, Henry.
Yo, is it in the background show only the score of the Laker game?
We're seeing halftime highlights
on YouTube. Yeah, on
previous
YouTube
games.
If you don't have the, on YouTube, on they simulcast it, Henry, they will only show the score. They will.
Oh,
you got to think.
PLAYBACK.TV right now. So
you got to think, Nick. Being like, have you actually been to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome?
I haven't.
I haven't either, but I heard it's one of the like stylistic, aesthetically pleasing NFL stadiums in the league, and yet they still have problems drawing free agents, even in Atlanta.
Yeah, I
And
heard amazing.
and not only that, Nick, like think about it from this perspective, right? Like how much pub and how much acclaim does Dan Quinn get every year being an assistant coach for the Cowboys, and he never gets hired, man. He never gets hired. Because I think that Atlanta stink can't wash off him. It's like that Seinfeld episode where the valet has bad BO and he gets in Jerry's car and Jerry can't get rid of the bad BO. I think that's what Dan Quinn has.
Dan went to the worst place to make you forget because Dallas always melts down. At the
Yeah,
worst
Joe. Like that's kind of like the kicker in the balls, right? It's like you've already been punched in the face.
Henry is a mod, right? I thought Henry's a mod.
Yeah, I thought
He's
Henry
no,
was-
he's a member. Oh,
Make him a
shoot.
mod, Gerald.
I'll make him a mod. Okay, add as a moderator. There you go.
Come on, Gerald, get with the program here.
Hush.
So yeah, that's really interesting to me, Nick. That it for some reason it just the stink follows you. I mean, Dan Campbell's like the antithesis of Dan Quinn. I mean, he was on that 0-16 Lions team, and now he's one way a win from taking them to Super Bowl.
I made Henry a mod now. He should be. I invited him back on stage, and I made him a moderator. Henry, if you're listening, you should see it now because you're a moderator now. Come back on stage when you can.
And Nick, to me, the difference between Dan Campbell and Dan Quinn is that Campbell's proven himself to be aggressive.
Can you see it now, Henry?
Yeah, it says select stream. What do I do? YouTube or live TV?
YouTube. It should be. You go to the Chicago LAL Sportsnet Los Angeles, or you can go to the top right above it where it says plus, and then you'd be able to select your feed.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
That will go down as the worst meltdown ever. The Falcons Patriots Super Bowl.
Yeah, Sean, I'm just glad the Raiders made the right decision.
Antonio Pierce is the right decision, bro.
Yeah, and Sean, your fear or our collective fear of Harbaugh was
alleviated. Yes, I know. I was so thankful for that.
Uh-oh. What happened? I just lost the feed. There we go. Henry, you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, because I cannot see yours or Joe's logo, so I'm just... You two are like stealth ninjas. Oh, no, actually, I can see Joe's now. I just can't see...
Yeah, I see Joe's and Henry. Henry is just like a red X, I think.
Yes, yeah, I can see it on YouTube. I can actually, when I go to YouTube, I see all five of us.
Hi.
The only Nick, here's the ironic thing, man. The only guy who came out smelling like a rose from that Falcons team was Kyle Shanahan.
There you go.
Yeah, I agree, Sean. Yeah.
You can blame Dan Quinn, you can blame Shanahan, you can blame the whole city of Atlanta. All Matt Ryan had to do was not take a sack, and they would have won that Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, Julio Jones made an incredible catch on that drive that will always be forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
My friend's a Falcons fan. He had to piss his pants because he lost the bet that game.
Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal.
In the snow,
you could say that, Joe, but I mean, they were up 28-3. You can siphon it down to that one play, sure, and I agree with you, by the way, but they were up 28-3. 28-3. If you had at least been as half as aggressive in the third quarter as you were in the first half, it wouldn't have come down to that.
Run the damn ball.
And you had the best running game in the league at that point, Henry. Yeah.
Dancing with those pipigos.
Lease the 2024 RS350 for $539 a month for 36 months.
Gerald,
Hmm.
who do you think trades for Justin Fields?
That is a good question. Question I would bring to back is how much you would want to give up for Justin Fields.
You know what? The day
Fourth
before
round
the
pick.
draft, I'd offer a third round pick.
Yeah, in that range, I'd say that's good. Anything higher, I would say no. I'd walk away.
No way you're getting a second for a dude that I'm probably going to have to pay a fifth year for, plus an extra 4 on top of it.
He's going to be a tweener. I do not think that he is going to. I'm hoping I'm wrong for Justin Fields fans out there, but I think he will always be that. He'll start a few games. He'll be on the bench. He'll start a few games. He'll be on the bench.
He reminds me of a Fitzy. He's like another Fitzy. Yeah.
Trubisky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trubisky threw 7 touchdowns, yada, 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 but look at his career.
FL, I think honestly the best Super Bowl is likely the rematch between the Ravens and the Niners. Although I will say this, I love Dan Campbell as a head coach, so I'm kind of rooting for Detroit. Even though they really got no shot.
That's ball movement. Thank God I've finally got to see it.
I'm going with the Niners and Chiefs.
I would love to see Lamar Jackson win a Super Bowl and finally be able to rub it in somebody like Bill Polian's face, who's told him should be a wide receiver. Kind of similar to what scouts told Willie Beeman in Any Given Sunday.
I don't give a shit about the Baltimore Ravens.
Reeves just got wiped out. Check for his wallet. FL24 says, Magic Man, you really think Detroit doesn't have a shot? Why?
I think their secondary is really vulnerable, especially against a play caller like Shanahan.
Hutchinson's going to have to play like Von Miller in 15 if the Lions are going to win.
Because the Lions have a really good line, and their linebackers are really nice. I played like Anzalone, so I really love their linebackers. I just think their secondary is a weak link. FL. Think if they grabbed another corner, they would be legit. But Jared Goff is your quarterback. You always got a chance. And that that 0-6 team, like, so first of all, Matt Millen was a great football player, horrible executive, horrible eye for talent, horrible salary cap management. Like, Matt was just a bad executive. Campbell was on that team. So if he gets to the Lions to the Super Bowl, it's like one of the best redemption stories ever in football. You know what, FL24? I understand why people dislike Pat Mahomes. As a football player, he's absolutely amazing to watch, incredible. He's just got like fuck ups around him that really bring down his reputation. It's guilt by association. If I ever saw his brother, I would get in his fucking face over what he did to Sean Taylor. I mean, I would, and I would brutalize him verbally over that disrespect that he showed Sean Taylor and his family. Because Jackie and Jackie Jr. were at that game, and that motherfucker decided to disrespect that man. Disgusting. And I know your name, Jackson. I know who the fuck you are. If I ever see you, we're gonna have a fucking problem. I know your name, bitch. He can apologize till the cows come home, Gerald. Doesn't change the fact that he disrespected that man and his family.
He disrespects his brother. You think he's not going to disrespect other people?
Who did what?
Sean Taylor sacrificed his life for his wife and his daughter. He's a hero.
Hell yeah, baby Redskins for life.
He's a hero. What the fuck did Patrick Mahomes ever do? Oh, won a couple fucking Super Bowls. Who gives a shit?
Sean Taylor's a legend, brother.
He is, man. He is. Did you ever hear the story about Reggie? What Reggie Wayne saw him on the beach, Henry?
No, but tell me, I want to hear it.
All right, man. So they were both Canes, right?
Okay. Yeah. Miami Hurricane?
Yeah. And they were on a couple stacked teams together. So anyway,
that team was loaded.
That team was loaded. That's the greatest college team ever.
So anyways, tell me.
Yeah, so the second year he's just about to go all pro, right? And Reggie Wayne says him and a couple of Canes and a couple of his bros are hanging out at the beach, and they see this dude wearing his full uniform, and it's Redskins in full uniform doing sprints up and down the beach, and he looks. He's like, "Is that Sean?" He's like, "Damn, that's Sean." And it's Sean Taylor running wind sprints as hard as he can on the beach, wearing his full Redskins gear, man.
Ooh, I fucking love that story.
That's dedication beyond.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh, that's badass. What a guy, man.
He was, man. He really was. God rest Sean Taylor.
He could have gone down as one of the best safeties ever.
Ever.
There's no way he'd be allowed to play in today's game.
No, he's way too physical for today's game. Like brutal.
He's popping dudes in the Pro Bowl game, bro.
Yeah. Oh, when he hit Brian Moorman, that was incredible.
He took his head off in a
He did. But I mean, football was different at that point too,
Wait, yeah.
Henry, because me and Joe absolutely love and revere Pat Tillman as well. Like that's another hero.
Yeah, he's the soldier, right?
Yes. Yeah, and again, like as Joe talks about, he played the safety position the right way too.
That guy's a legend off the field, bro, for what he
Yeah.
did.
He's the real life Captain America.
He is.
And honestly,
Rest in peace to Pat as well. And wasn't he about to be the highest paid safety in the NFL, Joe?
I don't know if he was the highest paid, but
No, I said about to be. I don't think he was either. I think he was about to
he
be.
he
left
had just
that
gotten the
contract.
contract, but it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't highest at that time.
Wow.
California, right? Fremont. I think he's from Fremont, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Tillman. Yeah,
Defense,
honestly,
turnovers, and transition.
Doopy's right. D'Lo's been killing everyone.
Yes, man. Like we should not. So that begs the question then. Since he's playing so well, is he going to opt out and enter unrestricted free
Oh
agency?
yeah, me and Gerald were talking about this.
I would.
I would too.
If he plays like this for the rest of the season, absolutely he should opt out. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If I was his agent, I would scream at him, opt out. But
Right,
he's got to
Gerald.
continue to play like this. Can't be
Take
like
it
just
easy. You don't
another
need to scream. Take it easy.
Joe.
But
Shut up.
Lakers, I think, don't get his full
Benny,
salary.
you got to walk away from that table, man. Too many fish tacos.
Henry, what were you saying? I'm sorry, man.
I was saying if he leaves, opts out, Lakers don't get the full 20 mil to play around with, or like the 17 mil in cap space to play around with.
No.
But they have his bird rights, so they can give him more money.
That's the ace. That's the only ace in the hole you got.
I wouldn't give him a thing, man. A long-term deal.
It depends, though. If LeBron opts out and goes and plays in wherever the hell he wants to play, then it changes the dynamics.
I'm very interested to see what LeBron's
Like
going to do.
so what role? But see, that's kind of funny, Joe. I think it'd have to be the right role for him on another team.
Who?
LeBron.
I still don't think
at
he's
best now he's average going to the hole. He's a below average 3-point shooter, below average mid-range shooter, still has some facilitation abilities, yet I mean he's hit a wall with his athleticism. He really has.
I still really don't think he's going to turn down 50 million. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I wouldn't offer him 50 million.
He's got a year left. He's gonna pick it up.
I wouldn't offer him that much.
Finish his Laker career next year.
I'd offer him 70% of that at the
I'd
moment.
offer him 43%.
%. That's specific, huh?
To sell out at the crypt
For Chicago.
No one wants him, Alan.
As we always say, LeBron will not be traded unless he wants to be traded.
LeBron, Genie will never trade LeBron.
Unless he asks.
Oh,
Not going to count that.
damn it.
Damn it.
Austin's been their best player today. It's good to see.
It's good the Lakers are leading by 21 when Davis and LeBron only have 25 combined.
It's pretty. It's so pretty.
Well, it helps we're playing a really discombobulated.
It helps that we're playing a team that is still rebuilding after Reinsdorf wanted to rebuild.
Rebuilding 26 years after the original rebuild.
They have a longer rebuild than the Redskins.
You know, a good show would be what if the Bulls came back one more year during the strike? Would they have won in '99?
Know what, Joe? Remember when is the lowest form of conversation.
Who was the biggest competition that year? I was 5 years old.
99, there was Utah still, Portland, Spurs in the West.
When Jason Williams kind of embarrassed John Stockton, even though Utah won that series, that was kind of the end of the Jazz.
Oh, nice shot. He is cooking, bro.
Oh my God. These refs, man. I swear. That's the third late call. Third. Usually they'll do one a game every now and then. This is 3 in one game.
When Don Nelson told the Knicks front office to trade for Shaq and they fired him, that was kind of a seminal moment for the Knicks.
No, I'd say it was when Dalton, I call him Dalton, kicked out his own legendary player for
Charles Oakley,
saying not so nice things about him, like the coward
he had Charles Oakley arrested.
Oh, and by the way, you need to warn your boys that I'm going to be all over their boy Doncic for what he did yesterday. That was a biznatch move.
We
calling out Ban McMahon.
No.
Oh, getting a fan kicked out.
Yeah.
What was it like? Something about you get back on the Peloton. Your little
the treadmill.
Shape. Yeah, he was saying you're overweight, you're fat.
Yeah.
Doughboy.
I like how he called out the reporter, though. I think we need more of that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, a guy whose nickname is Ban McMahon said that. Oh well, 99% of the stuff I read about you is positive.
He got super butthurt, bro. Super.
Yes. When you say 99%, you're right, Henry. That's like butthurt. It's code word for butthurt.
He was so upset.
What happened? What is this?
Well, you only heard half of that story.
Tell me the other half.
So after the game, McMahon was asked him a question, and Luka, instead of responding to the question, Luka says, well, I read your tweet, and that's what these guys do, right? As soon as the game's over, they're reading the tweets of what the reporters say and the reactions rather than actually the game. He says, well, you wrote only one half of what happened. You didn't write about the other half. And McMahon said, well, Luka, I was sitting about 2 rows back from the dude. I heard everything he said. He's like, okay, well, you didn't write what he was saying. And then McMahon said something about, 99% of the stuff I write about you is positive. And that's true because if he didn't, Mark Cuban wouldn't allow him access. So.
And then Luka said, you always write bad. You always find opportunity to write bad stuff about me.
Yeah.
Did anybody stand up and say this whole process is lame and you both suck?
No, the other reporter reporters were actually getting in on it and trying to back up the
McMahon. Yeah. Because remember, at one point, Mark Cuban pulled the credentials of Mark Stein and Tim McMahon because they were actually writing what was really going on in the Dallas Mavericks locker room and organization, and Cuban didn't like that.
One of the reporters, I don't know who it was, asked a very like fucked up question, trying to get Luca to say, yeah. Like they asked him, like, Luca, do you think media portrays you in the wrong way or something like that? And he's like, no. But like that's such a fucked up question to ask in that moment when the guy's like heated. He was just trying
Yes.
to get Luca to say yeah and create this whole narrative.
Yes. Um, and I think honestly, Henry, I think Luca's now at the point in his career where he's starting to figure out that maybe Dallas isn't the place for him.
I don't see him finishing his career there.
I don't think he's a lifer Dallas Maverick.
He's gonna have to leave as a
No.
free agent then.
He likely will.
I think he will, but not in his like prime 27, 28 years, probably in like 32, 33 years.
Yes. Because they've tried different iterations and different variations, putting shooters around them, putting facilitators around them, putting 3-and-D defenders around. Nothing has seemed to work.
I think it's time to sub out AD, no?
Yes.
God forbid you'd want to do that. That would be a smart move.
Well, and not only that, Gerald, but where would you rank Luka right now? Is he
Okay.
still a top 10 player in the NBA? I think he is, but he's at the bottom 10.
Someone who's averaging 32, 7, and 7.
I wouldn't. So, would you rank him ahead of Giannis?
One man, one desire.
Would you rank him ahead of Giannis?
No, just barely.
Would you rank-
No,
Would you rank him ahead of Jokic?
of course not.
Okay.
Would you rank him ahead of Embiid?
No.
No.
That's because I
SGA.
don't like his game.
I want to say yes on SGA.
Okay, I'll say
SGA doesn't play as much team ball yet.
I think if Oklahoma City wins a round or two, he'll eclipse Luka.
Okay, fair enough.
So we got four. We got four guys right there.
We have to kind of see what he does this playoff, SGA.
Mm-hmm. Would you rank him ahead of Anthony Edwards?
Yes.
Okay, I would, just barely though, just barely. Would you rank him ahead of Tyrese Halliburton?
Yes.
Yes.
Halliburton hasn't done it on a big enough stage yet.
Nope, not yet.
Would you rank him ahead of Curry?
At this point in time, yes. Ooh.
Over Fox? Yeah, I would
Yeah.
take Luka over Fox.
Fox has I would, yeah, but Fox is more clutch than Luka is. Again, Luka's kind of taken a little bit of a dip as a clutch player and kick and drive, which were his two strengths about 3 or 4 years ago.
I just don't think it fits well with Kyrie, man.
Nope.
I think he needs a good big man. You know who
Yeah.
I think he needs? And if this gentleman doesn't want to be on the Lakers anymore, it'd be a deadly combination.
So, Gerald, would you rank him ahead of Jason Tatum?
Yes.
Yeah, I would.
You
for sure.
would. Ooh, I wouldn't. I put Jason Tatum ahead of him.
Really?
Well, Tatum's been to multiple conference finals. He's been to a finals. Luca hasn't been. Luca's been to one conference finals.
Tatum's had the better teams and better players with him.
If
Well,
you drop Luka,
Gerald, you got to play with the players that are around you. I mean, Jason Tatum has no control over his personnel as much as Luca does.
would Luka and Jalen Brown win the finals that year that they lost if it wasn't Jason Tatum? I think Luka has a ring if he's on that team, man.
Yeah, man. I can't disagree with that.
Luka over Booker or KD?
I think him and Booker are it's like a dead heat. Just depends on your preference. I'd rank him ahead of Book. KD, no. I mean, there are certain players on like the opposite side of 35, right? Like Curry, LeBron, so you can't rank them really ahead of Luca. So he gets the benefit of the doubt as far as, a cycle of legends who are older. That's kind of where I think why he fits into like a top 10 spot. I just think there are players on the come right now that will
Oh,
eclipse
he
him.
almost made
Ooh.
that.
That almost went in. That was incredible. That would have been
Luka needs to
that
stop
would have been
crying.
him just.
Luka needs to grow a pair. He plays like a girl.
Yeah, Luca whines too much. Luca whines too much, no doubt, Doobie.
That ref should have said, "Go back and play, weenie. Pay attention to the game. Stop worrying about what the fans are saying."
I think it had to do with them being down by like 40 as well. So they were getting destroyed that game.
Jason Kidd should have said something to him too.
Hey, Aussie. Happy Australian Day.
What?
I wished Aussie a happy Australian Day.
What's Australian Day?
What the hell's Australian Day?
That's their national day, like us with July the 4th.
Oh, it explains why the Australian just won.
Canada Day, Bastille Day, like certain different countries have their day, guys.
I didn't know that.
Hey, do you remember George Collins' bit about ethnic pride?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really? Look at his response, G.
I see now. Okay, because Xbox was so. Sorry, I did not know. I understand respecting the Aborigines. That's obviously something a great part of the history of Australia. So I apologize for that.
Do you remember the exact quote, Joe?
What?
Pride should be reserved for something you've actually achieved or
Of course.
accomplished, not what you're fucking born into.
Exactly.
Well, kiss me, I'm Irish.
Indigenous Australians. There you go.
That girl is not wearing a bra, and I'm all for it.
Everybody loves that word, indigenous.
See, it's amazing, right? That chick was not wearing a bra, and they did not move away from her.
Oh, look at Aussie though, outside center court. Nice.
Oh,
Novak,
no way.
Novak is a man's man.
You know, it's just so cool that we have people that are actually at the Lakers game or in the Australian Open right now watching us as well. That is just so cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
That is
Daniel
cool.
Berry Sports Highlights is at the game right now. He was telling us in the pregame. So, yeah. Honestly,
Yeah, it's really cool.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you, my friend. Wishing you all the best. Enjoy.
Oh, Novak is losing to the Italian guy. Wow.
I'm an indigenous person. I was born in America, on American soil, so I'm indigenous technically, right? Right.
If you're Native American, you
I
can call
am.
yourself
I am a Native
indigenous.
American. I was born here. I've never been anywhere else but here.
There you go. You answered the question.
So all your indigenous stuff, America, and your political correctness.
Is he really playing? Is LeBron really in the game?
Alan, LeBron is playing because I don't know why he's playing.
Does he have 10 points?
Yes, he does.
I liked his one of my personal favorites of George's. Everybody wants to save something. Save the whales, save the bees, save the snails. The planet was fine before us. In the future, it'll just be the planet plus plastic. Jared
Human beings
Vanderbilt.
have the
Oh,
ego to think they can destroy the world because they drink water out of a plastic bottle. Or is it stupidity?
Joe, you don't drink out of a paper straw?
I don't like drinking out of a paper straw because it disintegrates after 5 minutes.
I do it. I love it.
Diapers will biodegrade in about 400 years. They outlive like 5 people.
Yeah. I don't use that bullshit, bro. Yeah.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah. Imagine.
Just what we all love. A review.
You love diapers,
Doing a
Gerald?
review right now.
Yes.
Sorry, what was the question?
You wear diapers, Joe.
Who wears diapers?
You do.
What are you talking about?
It's one of the, that's one of those. It's like, have you finished? Have you stopped beating your wife? It's you ask somebody, have you stopped wearing diapers?
What are you, David Stern talking to Jim Rome? What is this?
Have you stopped wearing diapers, Joe?
I stopped wearing diapers when I was, I think maybe 2.
Have you stopped wearing diapers?
What are you, stupid?
Well, that was a really Jim Rome was kind of asking for that.
I happened to run into his show on TV the other day. It's the same lame delivery still 30 years later. Huh. Incredible. Huh. Epic.
He started in San Diego, did he not, Joe?
When I moved to San Diego in 96, he was on Extra Sports 690.
I thought that's where he got his start, but it might have been L.A.
I mean, he's been in LA. It's just that it broadcasted in San Diego. He got more famous when Jim Everett flipped the table on him and started dragging him around the studio.
He went to Calabasas High School.
Yeah, and I heard he was simple-faced and dorky, and that's where all his angst comes from. a prominent radio guy, still Steve Hartman, was always jealous of how successful Jim Rome was compared to him because Steve Hartman was a radio savant. I did an internship with him and his partner Bill Warndell. It was like listening to the show in the back seat of a vehicle we were in when we were traveling.
Who's the greatest TV radio personality?
Greatest radio personality?
Yeah,
For what genre?
sports.
Sports?
Yeah, sports.
It's a good question. I'd say honestly, when you factor in longevity, popularity, and information, I'd probably say Chris Mad Dog Russo.
Okay. Sean, what do you think?
That's who I was thinking of too, Henry. I think
It's not Paul Feinbaum?
Feinbaum's up there. Feinbaum is up there. I would say as far as like
Feinbaum is not really
football in the South, it's Feinbaum.
I used to listen to Mad Dog Russo on Sirius XM. How long has he been on?
Before he went to ESPN, yeah, I agree. I think that's a good choice, Henry. Like Feinbaum's show was lit. He would just roast people.
Man, Feinbaum does not like Harbaugh.
No. Sean, who would you say though? Do you have a choice?
I'd have to go with Joe. I think it is Mad Dog. Like, just for what Joe was saying, longevity, delivery,
Personality,
and his smarts. Like Chris knows his shit.
he really does know all this shit.
He is a little bit of a homer for the old days. Like he'll say things like certain players were better in the 60s and 70s, and it's
Now, if we're talking TV, Henry, I got to go with Howard Cosell.
Okay.
Nobody holds a candle to Cosell. Willie Joe Namath.
Okay, let me ask you, who's the best sportscaster ever? Any sport?
Al Michaels.
No, man.
Yeah,
Better
man.
than Vince Scully?
Yeah. Michaels is called the Miracle on Ice. He called the World Series when they went dark, right? The earthquake.
Oh shit! Did you see what
LeBron
he just
did?
did? Yeah.
Yeah. So some refs might have called the technical foul on that one.
I'm gonna go with Brett Musburger.
He's good. That's a good one. Plus, I love the fact that Al Michaels says he's never eaten a vegetable once in his life.
Oh yeah.
Every halftime or every break is the same. Yep, I'm getting a steak and a nice baked potato. The best father-son combination all time is Marv Albert and Kenny Albert. Kenny is very underrated.
Ian Eagle and the other Eagle.
Noah Eagle, yeah. They're coming up. I love Noah. I love Noah. He's really funny. Did you see that video of him being interviewed, Henry? And he's sly calling the game while he's being
It's
interviewed, trying to
beautiful,
show up
yeah.
his dad.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, then it's like, dude, don't you have to clean your apartment? Your mom was telling me it's looking pretty dirty.
Yeah, they're two of the up and comers for sure, man.
That was
When
awesome.
Eagles on TNT, it's always good to hear that.
Yeah, no, Iron Eagle is really great. I enjoy him. One of our guys who we had on, Henry, Chris LeBron, for the Knicks. He actually interviewed Iron Eagle. It's pretty good, man.
Did he really? My favorite was when you guys were talking to the Mavs guys.
They're awesome.
They're super smart. They have a lot of IQ.
Yeah.
And they love Christian Wood.
Yeah.
One of them does.
Yeah, Rel and King are awesome.
And they hate Jason Kidd. So I guess
Yeah.
I can agree with something on that.
Mm-hmm. They hate Jason Kidd as much as we hate Darvin Ham.
Yep. Should have kept Vogel.
Oh, lost Henry.
Oh, Laker girl.
World famous Laker girl.
Yeah, Alan, it's not Wood's finest hour. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers moved him and Cam Reddish.
Oh, I would be pleasantly surprised, but that's not going to happen.
At least get rid of one of the cardio bros, the one that we can get rid of.
I want them to trade
Cam Reddish.
So
Cam Reddish's like whole career is like that gum that loses flavor after 30 seconds. D'Lo, man, I think he's been shooting over 50% from three for the past 6 weeks.
Yeah, he's possessed right now. Fuck, man. I'm happy for him for doing this shit, for shutting Darvin's dumb ass up.
Yep. There's still 8 minutes left in this game. Are we gonna get to $1.50? That would be a season high, right, Gerald?
Yes, it would.
I think they might get to 150 here.
Not playing like that.
No. Austin Reeves. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Alan, is Jay just even on the bench, or is he at G League?
He is on the bench. He is listed as far as available for today's game.
Ba-ba-ba.
I mean, LeBron has had like a 6-minute shift here, bro.
So Gerald,
Yes.
while we're watching a blowout, let's just review the 2023 NBA draft, okay? So
Do we have to? I'm
yeah,
kidding. I'm
yeah,
kidding.
we do.
Let me
You
get
have
my. Hold on. Let me get me
to-
some Excedrin. Headache number one power.
So Hornets draft. We're not gonna go over Victor. Hornets draft Brandon Miller. Grade right now, Gerald. A, B, C, D.
I'd say a B. He's been
B.
good. Yeah, he's
Yes.
been good, but not. He's not a game changer right now. He doesn't look like he's a game changer.
Are we grading it based off how good Wemby is, or are we just grading the player itself?
The players,
Just the players.
Yeah.
Okay, then I agree with a B.
Yeah, he's been good, above expectations, but he is not a franchise player as of yet.
So Blazers draft Scoot Henderson. I think that's an incomplete. Can't really grade him.
Right now, yeah, or
This
else it'd be
year.
a low grade, but he still has the chance to have a really nice back half of the season once they trade Brogdon. I think that's
Thompson.
part of the problem.
Thompson Twins, Gerald. Amen and Alsar. I'd go C plus for both.
I would actually go D.
Oh, okay.
D
All right.
because
I'm going
some
to
of
go
it's
with F.
some of it's not based on the. I mean, not all of it's their fault.
Right.
They've been both inconsistent on their rotations and the number of minutes they play. But I'd say D for both.
Okay. Anthony Black.
He started out good, but he's kind of faded. I talked to Alfred Esmond
C
about that
minus?
yeah, in that range.
Belial.
Just like Orlando itself, they've kind of faded.
Belial.
Bilal, he has his moments. He is. I thought he would be an F.
It's
He's
a C.
good.
It's a solid C.
Yeah,
He's gonna be good.
Yep. Walker.
he is even though he had a terrible game today, he's he I think he has a future. Who? Walker.
Walker.
I think a solid B.
Hendricks.
He has been a D because he's not even getting any time.
Wallace.
Wallace. I'd say he's another solid B.
Yep, I would. Howard.
That is what is he averaging right now? I'd probably say a C.
Yeah, C. Derek Lively. Gerald.
That's an A minus.
Okay. Grady Dick.
That's I'm going to say a C.
Hawkins.
I'd probably say a C. Maybe a C plus. He's had some moments.
A-hole's really spending 30 minutes on a review right now.
Kobe Buffkin. Think the Hawks blew that one, Gerald.
Yeah, I think that's a D minus.
Keontae George. I'd give that an A.
I'd say A minus. He's still got. I mean, I want to give Wemby an A, and at this point I'm gonna give everybody else an A minus.
Okay.
Except for Triple J. Triple J, I think I'm gonna give an A.
Well, yeah, there's Black Triple J and Latino Triple J. That's
it's Triple J.
Yeah.
Because rookie Triple J.
Can we give a grade other than an A, B, C, D, F for Jalen Hood Shafino? I think we should give him like
F minus. Failure.
I think we should give him an F minus. I didn't know you could get an F minus. I thought it was just F.
You do now. You do now, Sean.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. So Gerald's invented a new grade because we have to for Jalen Hood Shafino.
And if I hear one more time about Maxwell Lewis's potential while he scores only 2 points in like a month, yeah, I'm so tired of it. I hear he has so much potential. Really? Then why is he showcasing it? There's second rounders all over the place playing minutes in the NBA.
Yes. Okay, Gerald.
Stop telling me about his potential.
So, Gerald, I would say the two best first-round picks outside of Wemby right now are Triple J and Pods.
Triple J is an A. Pods is, I'd say, a B plus.
Cam Whitmore.
I like Lively.
Cam Whitmore is not finding consistent minutes. One day he'll score 23. The next day he'll score 3. I'd say a C plus, but Joe and I think we're right on that one. We should have taken him.
So Clowney, Whitehead, Murray, OMP, I'd say they're all like solid.
Throw them in there.
Yeah, solid C minus D's there.
Yeah.
Nick Smith Jr., who Stone loved. I think that's just a bad situation for him in Charlotte, Gerald.
Say a D.
Yeah. Julian Strother.
he came out with all sorts of buzz. I'd say, and he's kind of cooled off. I'd say a B minus.
Okay, you're giving your boy from Nevada some slack.
Yes, a little bit.
Okay.
I think there
So-
is something to him.
So these second round picks that Gerald was talking about, Jalen Pickett.
B minus
Okay.
in that range.
Andre Jackson Jr.
I'd say around that same B minus, C plus in that range.
Okay. Jordan Walsh.
Right around the C plus.
Okay. Amari Bailey.
I've not seen too much of Amari Bailey. I'd say D or C. I'll say C. I'll give him a C.
Okay. How about Amani Bates, Gerald?
Because he was doing so well in preseason for Cleveland.
Mhm.
But he has not found a consistent time. So I'd probably say C minus.
Okay. And then the bottom of the second round, Kamara.
Kamara's playing consistent minutes for Portland. I'd say B. B or B minus.
Okay. How about Slauson?
I haven't seen a whole lot of Slauson since
I
coming
haven't
to the NBA.
either.
Okay.
How about Isaiah Wong?
Same thing.
Okay. And then
Trace Jackson
TG Day. Yeah, TG Day.
Trace Jackson Davis gets a B plus because
Okay.
he is playing well above expectations. GG Jackson as well.
Sissoko?
I've not seen too much of him. Incomplete.
No. Yeah, incomplete.
But yeah, Trace Jackson Davis, GG Jackson is playing well for Memphis. Yeah,
Lakers took Jalen Hood-Schifino, passed on Triple J, Pods,
they're both Fs. Maxwell Lewis and him are both Fs right
Cam Whitmore.
now. Again, I don't want to hear any more about his Maxwell Lewis's potential. Give me a break.
Oh, that's over with. You've been drafted into the NBA. You need to start playing like you belong.
Can I have for you guys?
Let's see.
If we live another 30 years, let's say, do we see the Lakers pass the Yankees in titles?
I'm gonna say yes.
I would say
Really?
yes, Joe. Yeah.
They got to win 11 more.
Wow. You know what? Realistically, I'm gonna say no. Not with the current ownership or management in place. I'm gonna have to correct my statement, Joe. So, yeah, that's a good question. I'm gonna say winning 11 more in my lifetime will be not happen. If they
All
win
right.
5, I would be.
Wait a minute.
right.
They only have 20?
No, 27.
Are you counting the so did they count pennants?
No, this is World Series.
Hmm.
All right, Sean. Do the Montreal Canadiens pass the Yankees at some point in the next 20 years?
No.
That's crazy. Because they
No.
have 24.
Mm-hmm. Well, they really have 23. The other one was
Was it really?
yeah, it's technically 23, Joe. But
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't think so. You've been to 2 Stanley Cup finals in the past 31 years.
So how do they feel in Montreal? That's a pretty bad drought.
It is. And a lot of it has to do with, let's be perfectly frank here, a lot of Froggy nepotism.
Oh God.
Coach has to be able to speak French. GM has to be able to speak French. If they didn't, they'd be a completely different organization, Joe.
So it's safe to say that they're big supporters of Trudeau.
See, Montreal is a split city right now, Joe. They're like old Montreal is full of a lot of they call them Anglophones. It's basically like English speaking French people. And then New Montreal, yeah, is a lot of uh, Quebecois, and it's divided, man. It's divided. Like Quebec, yeah, they'll vote for him, but Montreal just dislikes him very much.
I'm setting up your show for tonight, Joe.
Why?
I made a schedule room. You're doing a nightcap, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lakers have scored 12 points in the past 4 minutes.
Why
And
did this not,
AD is still in the game.
Why does this not surprise us? I know Alan YST was asking and screaming for LeBron and AD out of
LeBron
the game.
has played the full fourth quarter.
That's ridiculous. This is Darvin Ham's coaching, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not like they play on the road on Saturday. Oh, wait, they do.
LeBron will likely sit it out.
Yeah, you're right. He looks so injured right there, jumping up and down after he scored that basket.
How do you allow 124 points?
Now, what's really interesting about this whole scenario here, Gerald, is that the Lakers have so many games on prime time after the All-Star break.
I believe it. Russell Westbrook.
Yep, he's got the Russell Westbrook syndrome.
That would have put it to 9.
I'm gonna actually look that up and compare it to other years because something tells me he's got to be under 60% from the rim.
Oh, Jared Vanderbilt. That's the Jared Vanderbilt we know. I don't think the Lakers can even the Lakers can't choke a 10-point lead in less than 2 minutes.
He got hit in the face, no call.
Of course not. Remember what the other day when he was Scoot got him, like he scratched LeBron and like he was bleeding from his shoulder?
No.
Don't get fresh, Joe. Okay, Gerald. This is really interesting here.
Okay.
So, for his career, 1, 2, 3. He's only shot under 70% 3 times from the rim. His rookie year, his third year, and his second year with the Lakers, where actually we won the championship. So he shot under 70% from the rim, and we still won. He is at 71% right now. Do you think he shoots under 70% for the year from the rim, Gerald?
Yes.
Yeah. I think so. I think this is the 4th year. He shot, he shot below 60% that rookie year, but he wasn't the point guard on that team. Darius Miles was.
I remember.
Yeah, Miles was the de facto point guard on that team. LeBron was a wing. He was clearly a wing on that team.
Wow, Austin had a quiet 20. How do you give up 130 points to the Bulls at home?
You stopped caring on the defensive end in the second half.
When did they start caring?
They were playing decent defense in that first half.
Joe.
How do you think they were getting all those fast break points?
Listen, don't argue with me.
I'll argue with you if I say I'm going to argue with you.
Oh, kick you in the neck.
I'll kick you right back in the neck.
LeBron's never shot above 45% from mid-range for his entire career. 43%. His highest. And that was his first year in Miami. Oh, excuse me. He did shoot 45 his second last year in Miami.
Appreciate everyone out there watching on YouTube, Playback, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, what have you, for our simulcast. Appreciate it. Looks like the Lakers are going to get back to what, Sean? 500-mile friend.
Mm-hmm. Gonna have to sing that tune again. Hello, 500-mile friend. I've come to talk with you again. Me and Jamie have to come up with a whole verse for that one, Gerald.
You got it.
Because we were gonna do a variation of "Pigs on the Wing" by Pink Floyd. I was gonna call it "Reddish on the Wing."
Mm-hmm.
Now I think we're gonna have to go with "The Sound of Silence."
How the hell did this game take 2.5 hours? Oh wait, stupid
Zapruder
fouls
reviews
and 10 reviews.
Oh, Damar, that's a shit tattoo of the Joker.
Tattoos are bad enough, let alone putting another man on your body. Yeah, I said it. What are you going to do about it, Sean?
You don't like tattoos. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't give a fuck. You're allowed to have that opinion, Joseph. Only 3 free throw. Oh my god. Shoot 1 of 4. This got to be. It's only 4 free throws. Shit. You gotta be careful who you say that around, though. Like, especially the Maori warriors. Don't say shit about tattoos around them.
All right, looks like the Lakers are going to escape out there with a 141-132 victory.
The old Doug Moe game. 250 points combined.
Sean, I just bought that game on PlayStation.
You did, Henry. It's aged like a fine wine, don't you think, Gerald?
Yes. What's that?
The original BioShock.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And tomorrow's Friday, so
Are you guys ready for a
You'll
show
love
or
it. Yeah,
what?
the Gat game is awesome.
How many people are going to be on the show tonight?
I don't know. I've not heard from John in several days, so I don't know.
Well, I have a question. When does everybody think LeBron's going to start dyeing his beard?
by Saturday.
Tonight?
Sean, it might be just you and I'm not sure because I haven't heard from John in a couple days. So
Okay.
if Joe wants to just wait until an hour from now,
I'm going to go get drunk. I'll talk to you guys later.
you got it. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us, Henry. As always, truly
Night, guys.
appreciate it. You're welcome to join us on the post game, man.
Thank you, man. I'm gonna go probably just chill with the wife.
There you go, smart man. All right, thank you so
Wait, what
much.
happened?
That's okay. You don't need to know, Joe. It's all right. All right, for everyone out
Happy
there,
wife,
thank you.
happy life.
Yes.
What?
Magic Man, Sean Grice, Henry Hill, Laker Nick,
Go,
Joe
go,
Soros,
go
Joe
choke at
Goss.
some
Thanks so much for watching,
pomegranates.
listening. We'll be on with the playback. Appreciate you joining us on Saturday for Golden State and coming up here in a couple minutes.